condition is greater than yours. No condition is greater than us. You know, we out here 60 degrees. Keep it simple. You hear that all the time. Keep it simple. What does it mean? Just because it's simple don't necessarily mean it's easy. What does that mean? It's simple to perform the same basic steps. I'm doing the same thing in 17 degrees, right? As they say, the wind chill factor is. But it might be like 21 now because they've got a little more progressive throughout the day. But I'm performing the same basic steps, one foot after the other, in this weather, as though if it was 90 degrees or 75 degrees. The simplicity is the consistency. I'm going to say it again. The simplicity is the consistency of performing the same basic requisites over and over again. That's the part that's not easy for a lot of people, but for some people. Why? Because try holding a glass of water, 2 glasses of water, one in each hand, with your arms extended. It's a simple performance, but then it comes down to how long will you last. That's when what's simple may become not easy, depending on what your goal is. But that don't mean that you gotta spill the water on the floor. What do I mean by that? You don't have to become despondent or discouraged because of the conditions that are defined by pressure. You know, you gotta find out where you at. So shout out to all of the doers and the achievers. Those of y'all that's out there in the world, right? That you understand the simplicity of keeping it simple, and as long as you keep doing it and doing it and doing it, eventually your threshold and your ability to withstand the pressure that comes along with the simplicity, it will become easier for you on the other end if you keep doing it. Regardless of whatever it is that you're working towards, be confident. If you really don't believe in what you're doing, if you really don't think that what you're doing is going to actually get you to where you want to go, and you really don't believe it with all of your heart, soul, and your mind, then when the difficulties present themselves, you will start to compromise doing the simple things that you could do. So you don't want to allow the conditions to set the pace for you. You want the process to set the pace for you. Because once you become embedded back around, let me see what's up. Hold up. I got you. We ain't about to let the appearance or the technicalities be the interference. You know? But yo, be confident, keep simple, and yo, when it get, whether it's cold, hot, raining, as long as I can be safe, I'm gonna keep doing. But yo, shout out to the team, whatever city or state you in, whatever country you in. Yo, I'm about to merge into a message for you. You know, you're already a Xooma Worldwide member. Yo, keep it simple. The message applies to the business side of this as well. Not just exercise, diet, all the way trying to get money, right? Everybody, when you come into the industry, if you chose Xooma Worldwide as the company that you want to build with on a monetization level, you already know we all got access to the same products. We all got access to the same tools. We got access to the webinars, the weekly calls. You know, we got a powerful upline. If you want to connect with people, like me or those that been in the industry longer than me, we got veterans that have been, doing this for, in some cases, 20, 30, 40 years. We got systems. We got everything we need. So it's just like a game of chess or any other game. We all start off with a zero. But everybody's reality, your social circles, your sphere of influence, family structure, your community structure, your current finances, your health and mobility, whether it be transportation, however which way your reality is structured, that's the position that you're going to be building from. So even though we all had the same tools and the same opportunity, the same inventory, you still have to calculate where are you at now in your personal life. That's your foundation. So if, let's just say a success was 100 miles away, some people might only need 20 miles to go. Some might be 30 miles off. You might be a person that's like, not only am I 100 miles off, I'm 150 miles off. What am I saying? You have to calculate your reality. Up against her, you're not. But nevertheless, you might have to bypass your family. You might have to bypass your friends. You might have to, and I'm talking about building your network, building upon your residual income. That's gonna go beyond just consumerism. You see what I'm saying? And based on where you're starting off at in your own life and what your goals are and your ability to accept that everybody is not gonna want to do what you want to do with you, so how well you might classify it as rejection, but it's not rejection. It just means that particular person they don't really see value for themselves, is what I'm saying. So you can't force people to do something that they don't want to do, and you can't force people to see what they can see or what they don't want to see. So it requires a certain mindset. That mindset says, and I think that this is the value that I'm going to continue to, I can see myself continuing to do. That's the foundation, because that's the foundation of your belief, of your commitment as a consumer. Now, if you want to be a builder, you're going to connect with people in one or two ways. They're either going to see the value in the same products that you in the inventory, just like you do, and it could go either way. They may see the value in not only the products, but they very well also want to make a couple extra bucks. So that's a build over whether or not if they're going to follow through, if they're up on what people say they're going to do. Because then it'll become an emotional issue for you. You don't want it to become an emotional issue for you. If you tell somebody when they get something on sale, it's up to them whether or not if they want to go and take advantage of the value or not for themselves. If they don't take your recommendation, you have lost absolutely nothing. And that is something that turns a lot of people, because you approach the marketplace emotionally instead of approaching it, not to say that you don't approach it with the feeling of wanting to help other people, because you want to share that value, but you cannot attach your emotions to whether or not if a person actually does what they say they're going to do. So you begin to learn how to separate those who are interested from the actual doers. You may have a person that's interested for a whole year. Interested in something doesn't mean that they've actually taken action. It just merely means that you have piqued their interest. You have started a dialogue. They're in a position of learning. That's a position of investigation. They may say, hey, I'm going to do my research. Let them. Why? Because you already know the value that you're bringing can stand up underneath any type of research or scrutiny, or skepticism. So at that moment, or that junction in the process, you have captured their interest. Now, if they're going to really do something with that interest, they're going to go shopping. Focus on doing what you have qualified. How do you stay qualified? Place your $100 order every single month, right? And stay in the health game. Take care of yourself first. Now just think about if we got 100 people, or 1,000 people, or 1,000 people became 10,000 people. All we're doing is putting ourselves first. When everybody agrees to commit and agree that we see the same value, we're going to set up our free website, and we're going to make sure that just like people buy McDonald's every month, several times a month, or whatever it is that they're buying every month, we only got to spend $100 minimum once a month on what's going to actually help to keep us alive and well, and have me out here, when I'm 20 degrees and talking to you. You know what I'm saying? Because I know I got the minerals in my body. I know that I got the best possible refueling natural organic minerals. Cellular hydration, baby. I got that focus up in me. I got that X2O plus in me. I got that. I doubled up my vitamin D, vitamin D3. So I'm out here. You know why? Because the conditions are not more powerful than me. I'm gonna meet the conditions. Why they running from it? They're like, oh, it's cold. Hey, I feel you, but that's what we looking for. We looking for those that want to run to it and run through it. Because you say you different. So you built different, right? Why you keep trying to think and act, like you the same with the very people that you see suffering, that you see taking L's, that you see not living the life that they really want to live, but you say different, and you want a better life, you want better health. Keep it simple. But simple don't mean easy, but it can become easy. How do I know? I didn't start off doing this like this. I had to be a baby. You got to be willing to be like reborn almost. You might be able to do it exactly the way that they did it, but you might not possess, it may be something missing in your tool belt that they have. You may be able to acquire that, but what if you can't? The game is meant to be played. So if you invest in something, you're bringing yourself to the game. You could do offline marketing. You could go business with flyers. You could go house to house. You could book a meeting from meeting. You could do webinars all week or all month. But I pose an objective question. In any fly industry, whether it's the NFL, NBA, anything that's built in such a way where the success in that game, right, has potential to move you beyond what the majority of the people that you see living, right? You see them live a certain way, but at the same rate, you don't want to live like those people. So you got to do something different. You got to be willing to move in such a way wherein your discipline takes you outside of the thought process, that if you keep up that process, it's going to have you in the same position that you're saying you don't want to be in. And I'm stopping right here because I'm about to get back in traffic, and y'all ain't going to be able to hear me. So, what am I saying in conclusion? Tap into your strengths. Just because this person built something that way, they built it with their innate tools. Whatever it is that they possessed, they brought that to the game. You can have 100 running backs. You can have 1,000 point guards. You can have 100 golf swingers, swinging clubs on a golf course. But what separates those? But you got to find what works for you. That's marketing. No business, whether you affiliate marketer, network marketer, sole proprietor, business or whatever, no business survives without customers. You see what I'm saying? But I've never seen no industry or no business model wherein when you refer a customer to a company, that you get paid off that particular transaction again and again and again. So I'm going to give you an example. You go eat at a fly restaurant, right? You love it. You run your mouth about it after you leave. Word of mouth, blah, you don't know where that word of mouth went to. Just because of you and the ripple effect, that restaurant over the next 5 years might get like 1,000, 2,000 customers off of your recommendation. But guess who didn't get cut in on the deal, right? You didn't get cut in on the deal. Why? Because they didn't have a system in place that could catalog that, hey, so-and-so sent us that customer, so every time that customer shops from now on, we gonna cut them in on the deal. See what I'm saying? That's residual passive income. That's what this company that I'm telling you about has in place. But I'm not here to convince you. I'm not here to sell you. I'm not here to chase you. I'm not here to beg you. I'm here as a messenger. Get caught up in the message. So I'm saying? Because let me show you what's going to happen. You slept on my scores. You slept on a lot of opportunities, and you seen those opportunities go. Years later, you get an aha moment. And then you be sitting there thinking, why I always miss out on all of the good opportunities? Because you live in fear, anxiety of what can happen to you. Your fear taking a loss got you paralyzed. It's paralysis of analysis. If you are afraid of $100 purchase, that's an investment within inside of your own health and well-being, then it's not for you. You're not the person that we're looking for. But that you might change your mind later, because it is for you. But hey, look, the truth don't choose you. You gotta choose it. And how you choose it? You gotta put your money where your mouth is. It's not just about being interested. It's not lip service. Because I done heard practically all of it. I'm watching what you do. And if you do it, you do it. And if you don't, you're good, baby. You feel me? Because I'm already in it. Why? Because I'm confident. I'm keeping it simple. That's my message to you today. Whether it's hot, cold, raining, as long as I could get a footing, if you sitting around waiting for me to stop, if you sitting around waiting for me to give up, if you sitting around waiting for me to fail, you're going to be looking like the bones that's already in the graveyard, already waiting on me to come up or tap out. The only way I'm going to stop doing something is if it proves itself not to be authentic and really in it and really about what it says it's about. So if you know who I be, and I'm telling you for 5 years that this is where you need to be, and we need to be locking elbows, and we need to be putting this little bit of bread. I know a lot of y'all smoking up, tricking off, drinking up, and blowing it money. You mean to tell me that you're afraid to put that $100 together? It don't matter where you at. You could be in the hood. You could be in the suburbs. It don't matter your class or your ethnicity or where you at. In 60 countries, all of the American territories. You don't gotta go necessarily stand up in no room and talk to people physically if you don't want to. You don't gotta knock on doors, door to door, like like back in the day. All you gotta do is use this technology. Everything is virtual. You ain't got to about your skin. You paying $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 for phones that you ain't making no money with. That's too much pimping and tricking. But which one I do? Is your phone an investment? Do you know the value of your time? They're cutting you off and replace you with robots and AI. They optimizing their output and their distribution. No sick days. They don't gotta take care of no 401k with no route, no. Now's the time for the people to realize we are power. We always been our solution. So I'm looking for the people that's looking for me and that's looking for a way out. You see what I'm saying? So all about leverage. Get your membership. Attach your tax info. Set up a free website. You can do this over the phone or you can get it me and I'll help you set it up. If you say I don't know nobody, no excuse. You didn't know your boss before you met him, went and filled out that application and sat down and broke. You didn't know your wife. You didn't know your children until you came to the consciousness of the fact that they existed. But what happens is that you probably got burnt, betrayed, disappointed, lied to. You know what I'm saying? To me, that shit took you closer to the truth, not further away from it. The truth will set you free, right? If you really about this life, why you living like you scared? What you scared of? You know what I'm saying? If you really about this life, what you scared of? I challenge you with that question. You didn't know nobody until you knew them. You know what I'm saying? But I look like being afraid of new people. And those are the people that I haven't even met yet that's going to help to build this global empire. But if you don't believe in yourself and your capability, your tenacity, your level of commitment, then I don't care what it is. You're going to always settle for what's mediocre. But I'm looking for those that want that which is the size of your actual potential. And some. You say you infinite beings. You say that you are a higher energy, a higher essence. Well, I challenge you to manifest that in the physical, not just with me, not for me, but with yourself, for yourself, your family, your progeny, and everything that you say that you be. And with that, I'm about to get back in the wind. Y'all acting like y'all cold. I feel like a volcano. I'm hot out here, driven with passion and purpose. And for all of my doers and achievers, shot through play order, you gotta have a cash back membership order in order to monetize. And to all you gotta do is to reactivate. It don't matter if you shopped 2 years ago, 3 years ago. You still got an account. You know what I'm saying? Just because you don't know nobody that want this right now don't mean you're gonna meet somebody next month that's gonna need what we got. You know what I'm saying? So yo, I'm out of here. I probably like about three and a half, you know what I'm saying, run, but I'm out here, and yo, I'm feeling myself. Yo, I do this because I love it. So that's my point. Keep it simple. It doesn't matter the temperature. And let the temperature be the symbol of the various conditions of life on a day-to-day, week-to-week, month-to-month basis. We are presented by obstacles and adversity. Don't use the conditions as an excuse not to do what you're saying and what you know you can do. And I'm out of here. Love y'all. I'm out. So Zuckerberg, get this platform popping. They say they're about to get rid of the fact check. But yo, I'm out. I 3.5